So if BMX was started in the late 60s and early 70s, this track was built across the way in the late 70s, and the track you see here now was built in the early 1980s. Our mission at the Louisville Sports Commission is to attract and promote sporting events and activities that help change people's lives. Events such as the Derby City Nationals provide a huge economic boost for our community, but just as important, sports like BMX provide opportunities for youth and adults to maintain active lifestyles, which is a key to good health. The facility improvements at the BMX track here, as Mike said, 3 years in the making, and I'd like to acknowledge a few individuals and organizations that have been instrumental in making it happen. First, I want to point out our staff from the Sports Commission, Julie, Greg, Lisa, Troy, and Michael. Our board of directors, especially John Wilmuth and Marty Storch from our facilities committee for their leadership. Jen Howard, Karen Williams, and Cleo Battle from our partners at the Louisville Convention and Visitors Bureau. The Commonwealth of Kentucky. If you don't know, you're on a state park that's located in the city limits of Louisville. The Arts, Heritage, and Tourism Cabinet, and Clay Foreman, the general manager of the park. I want to thank our friends at USA BMX for their support. I also want to thank Texas Roadhouse, Baptist Health, PNC Bank, Wayne Supply, and Louisville Metro Government, who believed in this project and committed financial support when all we had was an idea. So there have been a few individuals that have been here with us every step of the way. When we started thinking about this improvements, one man urged us to dream big, and that's Metro Councilman Glenn Stuckel, who represents this district and is a terrific elective servant for our community. Many of you know building starting hills takes precision planning and ingenuity in the field. We were blessed with a fabulous construction team put together by our general contractor, Paul Mattingly, Coglinson Hacker, and a very special guy, the project superintendent, Jerry Kahn. Where's Jerry? Go on, Jerry. Jerry's attention to detail and getting it done right is now legendary in these parts. Finally, all of us who are fortunate to spend our professional careers in sports, we understand that the volunteer workforce is the single most important component of delivering high-quality, sustainable opportunities for youth at the grassroots level. We want to thank all of you, people from all over the country, who volunteer your time and resources to youth sports. And we suggest to all the young riders, the people behind us, and the people who are here with us in Louisville this weekend, take some time this weekend to say thanks to the people who helped you get to where you are in your BMX racing career. In our community, that team that helps us is Derby City BMX. We want to thank Russell and Nina Mari. Where are you, Russell? He's probably working somewhere. Our track man, Tony Klein. Where's Tony? And all the volunteers for Derby City. Their passion, their dedication, their work ethic to making this project a reality, for getting the track ready this weekend, and for promoting BMX in our community year-round. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Carl. Next up, we're going to have John David. John is the Chief Operating Officer at USA BMX. John is both a former rider and a track operator. John served USA BMX for the last 16 years and spearheads the annual ABA USA BMX National Series. John David.
Hey, thank you all so much, everybody, for coming out to this great venue. This has been an absolutely monumental task with so many great partners. You know, and what's great about partnerships is when you have somebody in your group that looks at you and says, hey, we want to dream big. We're doing something special. We know we're doing something great, but how do we do it even better? And how do we do it even better? And how do we make it greater? And that's exactly what both the CVB and the Louisville Sports Commission did. They challenged USA BMX. They challenged our sport to say, we want to be relevant and we want to have one of the best BMX facilities in the world. I can tell you when I showed up on Wednesday, I was about as nervous as anybody here. When you change a track that's one of the most iconic ones in the entire world, there's a lot of pressure on you to do it right. And I couldn't have been prouder of all of our partners. Our partners at Derby City BMX and the time and the effort that they put in on their holidays, on their vacations, was unbelievable. The partnership with Paul Mattingly and his team was unbelievable. Carl Schmidt was out here raking and shoveling just like any other volunteer and making it happen. And it truly does take a village to do something like this, and we just couldn't be more excited and more proud. I'm so blessed within the sport of BMX racing to have had the ability to see the best venues in the world. I can tell you that Louisville, Kentucky, unequivocally at Derby City BMX has one of, if not the best BMX racing facility anywhere in the world. We can't wait to see what's to come. This is our 32nd annual year of great BMX races, and I'm happy to announce to you today that USA BMX has given the Louisville CVB and the Louisville Sports Commission a 10-year commitment to keep the Derby City Nationals coming back to this great state and this great city. The community of Louisville believes and loves BMX, and USA BMX loves Louisville. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, John David. Next up is going to be David Gray. David is the president of Baptist Health Louisville, primary sponsor for the newly updated BMX track. We are here to celebrate today. Baptist is a big supporter of cycling, providing on-site medical services for many of the BMX, cyclocross, and road events held here in Louisville. David?
Hey, thanks for getting that commercial correct there for us for Baptist Health. Well, I just want to thank all of you for coming out. It's such an honor for us to be a part of the BMX track here. Certainly familiar with what the facility looked like before, and had kind of observed construction over the last, kind of few months, and just was blown away as I drove into Tom Sawyer State Park today. So you guys have got just a phenomenal place to be able to exhibit your skills and talents, and certainly wish you all success and safety as you race and ride this weekend. Yes, Baptist Health has had a long relationship with BMX here in Louisville, and then really the cycling community, and it's just a natural opportunity for us to be involved as a sponsor of the track, and really provides us an opportunity to provide really a world-class facility. And we're just ecstatic to be a part of this, and look forward to a long relationship with the BMX and also the Louisville Sports Commission. So it's an honor to be here today and to be a part of this. Thank you.
Next up, Chris Jacobson. Chris is the Chief Marketing Officer for Texas Roadhouse and a board member of the Sports Commission. As a new sponsor of Derby City Nationals, Texas Roadhouse is another reason today's announcement is possible. So be sure to visit one of the 470 locations for Texas Roadhouse.
Thank you. Texas Roadhouse has a long history of supporting youth sports in our local communities across the nation. And today we are so proud to add BMX to that list in our home city of Louisville. At Texas Roadhouse, we understand the importance of sports towards our youth. And so this investment to us is not just about this beautiful facility, which is, now I learned today, one of the best facilities in the world, but more importantly, it's an investment to these athletes behind me. So I wish the best of luck to all of our BMX competitors this weekend, and to our fans, be sure to purchase a bag of Texas Roadhouse peanuts because 100% of the proceeds will go to Derby City. Thank you.
All right, next up, Mike Mull. Mike is the Senior Vice President of PNC Bank and a former chair member of the Louisville Sports Commission. PNC provided money through an economic development grant to support BMX facility and its improvements. Mike?
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you all. Without you, we wouldn't be doing this. I just want to reiterate 2 points. One is Louisville is a great center of collaboration. As a former chair of the Sports Commission, I can tell you what the board members, John and his team, what Carl and everyone associated, city government, all these sponsors, it took everybody to follow up on a terrific idea that's here because you guys want this to exist. So thank you ever so much, and what better resource than a bank to bring a little money to the project. Thank you all for coming out.
Next up, John Kington. John is the Deputy Commissioner of Kentucky State Parks. The Commonwealth of Kentucky's commitment to BMX racing goes way back to the early 80s when it first invested in BMX here at EP, Tom Sawyer Park. We're excited to have him with us today as part of today's announcement. John?
Thank you. All right, you guys. Good luck, all of you.
On behalf of Governor Matt Bevin, the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and EP Tom Sawyer Park, I want to welcome everyone here today. I especially want to welcome all of our competitors. I wish them a safe and a very competitive event. We got a terrific weekend. Look at this weather. I mean, it's just awesome. I'd like to thank everybody involved. Everyone spoken. I don't have to go through the whole list, but this is a perfect example of different agencies, government, private, working together to make something happen for the good of the community. And we have a spectacular facility here. We got a lot going on, and hopefully we'll bring in some major national events. So thank you all for everything. Have a great weekend.
Hey, real quick, we want to send a word of acknowledgement to our Olympians that are here today. Elise Post, silver medalist. Corbin Shara, USA team member. As well as all of our other Olympians from around the world that are here to compete at Tom Sawyer Park. Lauren Reynolds is here from Australia. Sam Willoughby is here from Australia. Former Olympians, Christian Besserine is here, as well as several of our other top athletes that have come out here to race and compete here at Tom Sawyer. Hey guys, just to let you know, this is the first major improvement in the park since the 1980s. So this is a big deal here. We're glad to see everybody getting behind it. All right, looks like we have found Mr. Greg Fischer. He's going to be our next speaker up. He is the Louisville Metro Mayor, Greg Fischer, an avid cyclist and supporter of cycling. He was instrumental in securing major financial commitment for the city government at this facility. If you're still in town Monday, head downtown and join Mayor Fischer and 10,000 cycling enthusiasts for the annual Mayor's Hike, Bike, and Paddle for a 15-mile bike ride through the streets of Louisville. Here is the Honorable Mayor, Greg Fischer.
All right, well, welcome everybody. How we doing today? Man, you guys look good. Give me 5 here. All right, well, welcome everybody to our great city here. We've been long awaiting this day to get this track open, this course open, so we could step up our game even to another level, and I'd say you guys look like you're ready to go. A lot of folks have been involved in making this day happen. You guys have been in and around this sport for a long time, so you don't just snap your finger and it come together. So I want to thank Carl and the terrific team at the Louisville Sports Commission. Let's hear it for the Louisville Sports Commission for making this happen. Our partners at the state have been really involved with this, and of course USA BMX. A special thank you to USA BMX for for your commitment to keep the Derby City Nationals in Louisville at Tom Sawyer Park for another 10 years, another decade. We really appreciate that. A lot of great companies came together to make this happen as well. I want to thank these visionary sponsors like PNC Bank, Texas Roadhouse, and Baptist Healthcare for seeing and investing in the future, not just of this track and this event and this sport, but our city as well. You guys know BMX is all about moving forward. And what you'll see in our city is we're moving forward as well. As you guys are here, I know you're going to spend most of your time on the track, but I hope you get to see what's going on in the city. It's the year-round tourism hub. It's happening in Louisville right now. We got 16 million visitors that we're welcoming per year in Louisville. So this is a big part of it and why we're so proud to have the Derby City Nationals as part of our overall activity. You're also helping to make our city even more and more of a cycling hub. If you're paying attention to cycling at all, you know Louisville is really on the move. We're hosting events like this, the Derby City Nationals, BMX Nationals, USA Cycling's Amateur Road National Championship. We just had the World Champion Cyclocross here a couple years ago. And the Cyclocross Derby City Cup is this November. Plus, for you multi-sports folks, we got the Ironman coming, the country's biggest Ironman coming here in October. And then our hike, bike, and paddle, it was just referred to on Monday morning. If you want to join us downtown on an easy 15-mile cruise, or you can get on a kayak and go through the McAlpine Locks down the Ohio River. So we love promoting cycling events and just sporting events in general. We know it's a great sport for everybody here, regardless of what their age is in our city. And we're going to keep investing in cycling facilities here in Louisville so you guys can come back and have a great time. So please tell us what you think else we need here in our city so we can become the premier destination for all kinds of cycling here in the United States of America. Thanks for coming out in this great Labor Day weekend. God bless you all.